good things come to those who wait.
I truly believe that.
All right. Did you get a prenup?
I didn't.
Why not?
Because my husband brings all of his money to me. So
What?
I'm in charge. He can't spend a dime without my consent. Can't spend a dime for nothing unless it goes through me.
That's
that
what
phone
I'm talking
go to ringing
about.
up, that thing go to, I see everything.
That's what
So,
I'm
yeah.
talking about. So you always call me Mrs. Davis. Mrs. Davis. What's your Mrs.?
Mrs. Kears.
Mrs. Kears.
Yes,
Love it,
yes,
love it,
yes.
love it, Mrs. Kears.
So for me, I feel like someone's screws isn't tied too tight in this marriage, whether it's Mr. Kears or Mrs. Kears, because I don't feel like there is any man on this planet that should be asking his wife, his girlfriend, to spend their money, right? Because what she said in the video clip is even his money he brings to her. And when he brings his money to her, he has to ask for permission to spend it. Excuse me? I feel like, and I see some people talking about, hey, you know, that's what happened in the old school. Old school, my ass, what are you talking about? Why would a man in his right mind bring his money, all of his money, to his wife and then ask her permission to spend it? That doesn't make any sense. For all of that, these two should have signed a prenuptial agreement saying, hey, you know what? Both of the finances will be kept separate. What you have is what you have. We'll spend it. And what I have is what I have, and I'll spend it. And you know what? If we do have to mix the money together, then we'll mix it for whatever. And these are the rules and regulations about mixing the money. But I feel like a man going to his woman to ask him to spend money is more emasculating than anything else in the world, and it's also worse than signing a prenup. For all of that, I should have just signed the fucking prenup, right? If I have to go to my woman and ask her to spend money. However, and it doesn't even matter who the breadwinner is in the relationship, because it's gonna even go vice versa. Even if a woman had to go to her man to ask her man for every single transaction that she wants to make, and he's there clocking and watching every single transaction, that in itself is gonna be annoying and a burdensome for the relationship. So this thing that Trina wants to brag about, I do think she needs to take a closer look at it and see that this is emasculating, one, and no one should constantly have a checkpoint for their finances. You are not the financial advisor in this relationship. We can hire a financial advisor for all of that. I just feel like it's not right. She shouldn't do that. And if you continue on down this path, Trina, it'll lead to destruction, is what I'm telling you, because it'll bring forth resentment in the other person. Not because her relationship isn't good and they aren't having an amazing time, but any relationship that starts out like that and continues on like that can definitely lead to something very, very bad. That's just my opinion though, guys. I would love to hear what you guys think about this whole bring your money to your wife and have your wife clock everything and you gotta ask permission. Explain to me how you guys feel about this, because maybe I'm the cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs one. I don't know.